bleaching her skin, and to me, I don't like the new look. Like, and that's just my personal opinion. Even with Nene Leakes, she's a reality star. She's actually worked on bleaching her skin. And lastly, let me ask you: there's been so many different things in the blogs lately because of Kim Kardashian blackening her skin. Has anyone heard about that?
No, but I can see that.
No.
Well, oh yeah, there was something on Instagram, but what it has here on BET.com, Kim Kardashian admits to darkening her skin as the first step of her makeup routine. It's a thin line between bronzing your skin to enhance your glow and outright participating in blackfishing, the act of enhancing features to appear black. And this is what people were actually accusing Kim Kardashian of. So no one has actually heard about that?
I have
No.
no.
No, but I'll tell you this though: if you can't tone it, tan it. So I can see why some people like to go dark. Cause I said if you can't tone, you tan it. And so I don't know if he probably meant like of her trying to be just as dark as Kanye, like to like match him. But most girls, they will tan their bodies to make them look thinner. Because I'll even tell you this: I got my first spray tan, not my first actual spray tan, but I got spray tan like for my photo shoots these past couple weeks because I do model every now and then for magazines. And I'll tell you, you go get a spray tan and you're very light skinned, you'll look very toned. But it could be both ways. But that's crazy. I didn't even know Kim Kardashian was doing that.
Yeah, well, that's what she was accused of, and she had a response to it. And I'll post that in the link when we post this on social media. I just also want to welcome Harley to the call. Harley, how you doing tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. This is Tawanda. Welcome to the discussion. We're talking about light skin versus dark skin. Are you happy with the skin that you're in? So let me ask you, put you on the hot seat. Are you happy with the skin that you're in? And tell us where you're calling from as well.
I am calling from the Colony, Texas, which is near Dallas. And I'd have to say, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the skin that I'm in.
Okay, awesome. Well, definitely welcome. Thank you so much for dialing in. And we're here nightly talking about all types of hot topics and definitely interesting things. And again, tonight we want to just have a conversation about the skin you're in because especially when you look at celebrities, there's so many people that's bleaching their skin, but it's not just about one's race or ethnicity. A lot of people are doing it for various reasons. My question next I want to ask everyone is, have you ever, and be honest, if you don't want to answer, I respect that, have you ever chosen a friend solely based on their skin color? Like maybe it was going to be some type of benefit to you or something? Have you ever chosen a friend based on their skin color?
I'd have to say, honestly, no. I tend to see people as people and not really base it off their skin color.
Okay. Anyone else want to share?
Deborah, I can honestly say no, too. But being an African American or Black American, however you want to term it, I'm of darker skin race, people attracted to me are of lighter skin. So they'll say, ooh, I sure like a chocolate drop or something like that. So most of my partners I have had have been brighter skinned than me. In fact, I have a good friend who is bright skinned. So I just asked her one day, I said, when you were younger, going through school, did you get by? Did you get more privileges than, let's say, if I was your classmate or something like that? And she admitted yes. And she said her mother liked the fact that they were all her girls were bright skinned. She got 4 girls. All of them were bright skinned because she felt like they got by better, if that makes any sense. But bright skin, they just, lighter skin race just pull towards me. I guess because I'm darker skinned. So I guess they say opposites attract.
Absolutely. That's what they say. Absolutely. That's what they say. All right. Anyone else want to share?
This is Peggy, and no, I honestly can't say that I ever have. I can't imagine that I've even thought of such a thing.
Understood. Thank you, Peggy. Anyone else? Well, let me ask you guys. I've often heard that in the entertainment industry, most people are selected because of race and wanting to choose someone of a lighter skin. Have you ever heard this, or is this a myth, or what are your feedback and thoughts about that?
No, I heard of it. It's Harriet Tubman. They wanted Julia somebody to play her, and she's a white lady, and they want her to play Harriet Tubman. So yeah, I've heard of it. They do it often.
Okay.
What?
In fact,
a white woman? What?
Bert Simpson said, huh?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just curious. They wanted a white woman to play a part.
They wanted a white woman to play Julia. Yeah, they wanted her to play Harriet Tubman.
That's
Julia Roberts.
That's why?
Like insanity.
I don't know.
I agree with you. That's insanity.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. But it didn't happen.
She's a known famous.
No, well, like, I'll tell you this.
Go ahead, Kat.
I'll tell you this. Like, the funny thing is, like, I'm not surprised by that, too, because I know I keep bringing up, like, the Philippines and stuff, because, like, in Asian cultures, being dark is not attractive. And so, like, for example, like me, I like being tan. I'm not, like I said, I'm more of, like, the olive tone Filipino, but, like, I like to be nice and warm, and I just like the warm feeling and look, because it just helps you look glowing, and you don't really have to wear that much makeup. That's my thing. But in the Philippines, if they see you as being dark, it's unattractive. So they actually, like, you know how Michael Jackson was bleaching his skin? They do that in the Philippines. And so whenever you watch, like, a Filipino movie, you're going to see the movie stars. I'm considered dark. Like, if I was to be, like, on screen, like, in the Philippines, I would be considered dark, and I'm not even dark to begin with. And they think you being light-skinned is attractive and you're wealthy and you're rich. And that's what they're saying, like, in the Philippines with movie stars, which is ridiculous.
Okay.
That's a real thing.
I just feel like
just state your name so we know who's speaking. Go ahead.
This is Harley. I just feel like if
Go ahead, Harley.
As I was saying, sorry, one of my roommates was talking to me. I just have a feeling like that's not right, because having a white person play Harriet Tubman would be as much as making a movie about Rosa Parks and having a white person play that. Like, that's just not.
That's true.
That's really not acceptable, honestly, because that's a high figure in the Black history.
Yeah,
I don't agree with that.
Google it.
Yeah, I definitely have to Google it because I'm not familiar with that. But yeah, I think there's definitely some other people that would be disqualified just because that's definitely different and interesting. Well, this is a thing, and my final question I want to ask as we just kind of open the call up is, we live in a day and time where you see so many different people. We have access to technology, to, getting this done to your hair, this done to your skin, this done to your body. Of course, technology is advanced. So if you want to get lighter, because some people may say being lighter is more privilege, et cetera, et cetera. So whether here nor there, we have access to being able to do those things. Do you think people are doing it because they want to be accepted? Do you think people are not happy with the skin that they're in? What is the reason you think people that are coloring and bleaching their skin are getting tan to be darker? What do you think the reason behind all of this actually is? And just one person at a time. Let's start with 678, if you have a thought about that. Do you think people are doing it just because to be people pleasers? Are they not happy with the skin they're in? What are your thoughts about why are so many people tanning or getting darker or bleaching their skin to get lighter?
Who you say you're going to start with?
678.
Oh, that's me. Why?
Okay.
Let's see. I think to be tan but not considered black, because let me tell you,
okay.
I'm a nurse practitioner. I had a patient come in the other day. She had a beautiful tan. It was beautiful. So I said to her, because I could see where her watch was, that her real color was almost like pale white. So she had a really deep, dark tan. So she was exhibiting headaches, and she felt like she was having a fever. And I looked at her and I told her, I said, ma'am, you probably have sun poisoning. I guarantee you she had sun poisoning. She was toned. It was nice, and it was really pretty. But now I don't know what her natural look is without being a tan. But as a tan person, I must say she was very beautiful. So obviously that's the goal that she was trying to reach. But I really think she really overdid it too, because she's just she's done too much. So I think they do it for a look, and why the darker skinned people want to get brighter, it too is for a look, because most people trying to get brighter are us, African Americans or Black Americans, trying to get brighter because it's always been told it's an ugly thing or it's not attractive and it's cool to be bright. So I don't know. So it's opposites, I guess.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
You have it from 678.
All right, 720.
I think that people are trying to change the way they look for the same reason that we get liposuction and plastic surgery. There's an idealized vision of beauty, and if you fall outside that vision, then you're made to feel like you aren't worthy. And you know, if you're trying to appeal to men in this culture, you know, I've been kind of fat my whole life, so yeah, you know. You want to look good and you want people to see you in a certain way. I do think that there's just an incredible amount of racism in this country, and probably in a lot of parts of the world, like she was talking about, you know, in Filipino culture, and I know that happens a lot, but I think that we're all chasing this standard that the advertisers show us and that the makeup companies and, you know, everybody shows us what we should be. And I think it would be hard for any one of us to feel like we're all the things that we should be. And sometimes I feel like I just want to be more like a man and say, fuck you. Yeah, excuse me. Just to heck with it.
No, that's real. Remember, we're having a conversation.
I just, you know, I want to just think that, you know what, maybe good is good enough and I could be better, but you know, we're all looking for something that's going to fix our sense of insecurity.
Absolutely. Now, that was real. That was absolutely real. Thank you so much for sharing that. 267, talk to us.
I think it's because in some cultures it's ethnicity, that it's not acceptable if you're too light, and in other cultures and nationalities it's not acceptable if you're too dark. So that's why people are just trying to be accepted by within their own race. Unfortunately, there's a lot of hatred towards us within our own communities, and it makes it hard for someone to be accepted at times if they can't click with everyone, which, you know, they're part of. Even if, like, you're mixed, some mixed people find it hard to identify under one race. And I'm not sure if that's ever going to change, but I feel like with conversations like this, it's at least a way to open up a lot of people's eyes.
Absolutely. At least we can talk about it. Absolutely. I totally agree. Thank you so much, C, for that. 707.
I can just honestly piggyback off what everyone said, because there's like a certain standard of a look of like how people have to look. They're just going by like what society wants. Like, for example, like you go to Hollywood here or like in the Bay Area, people out here, they're tan, they're fit, and don't get me wrong, like I know I see the typical like Bay Area California girl looking tan, fit, and all that stuff, but it's a certain standard. But if it was like for me, the reason why if I go get a tan or I do something, I change my image, 90% of the time I'm not really doing it because it's society. Like, have you ladies ever heard of like the quote, like when a girl changes her hair, that means she's about to change her life because like something interesting or big has like caused her to do it. So it could be like a heartbreak or like some kind of